Welcome back, and today we'll have the discussion regarding three-dimensional geometry for examination point of view, the important questions. And in my first video, in the introduction part, also I gave you an idea that three-dimensional geometry carries 11 marks, and with respect to the question paper pattern, okay, 1 mark 1 question, 2 marks 1 question, 3 marks 1 question, 5 marks 1 question, and this 5 marks 1 question will be given from the section D, and we expect derivation part only. So for either for equation of line or we expect for plane. So equation of line we have 2 derivations, and equation of plane of course we have 5 derivations, but in that the first 2, the normal form and one more equation of plane passing through a point and a normal is given. I mean to say vector r minus vector a dot n is equal to 0. That derivation is important for exam. So here, okay, for 5 marks, equation of line 2 and equation of plane, okay, same thing I given here. Apart from this, even SD formula is also worth, even the distance of a point from a plane is also worth, but these derivations, if you're perfect, I think 5 marks are in your pocket. 3 marks and 2 marks and 1 mark, they are from the various topic like angle between 2 lines, angle between 2 planes, angle between a plane and a line, or SD formula, isn't it? So, numerical part it is. 1 mark is of course direction cosines, direction ratios, parallel condition, perpendicular condition, and so on. So let me go for it. The previous year question papers I'll be discussing right now. Questions will be given. You can solve these questions, and when we ask you to submit it as an assignment, you can upload your answer for the given link. Okay. So let's come back, and here we find this is March 2014 question paper I had taken. And as I mentioned, 1 mark 1 question we expect here. So here we don't find any 1 mark 1 question, but here I find, yeah. So only 7th question, it is actually find dash and cosines of the vector. This is vector chapter, which already are given. But this question, have a glance. Find the equation of the plane with intercept 4 on z-axis and parallel to x/y plane. So what's the answer? Equation of plane making an intercept 4 along with z-axis parallel to xy plane. Answer is, no need to write all the explanation over there, just write the solution. Okay, you can just write the solution and say it is z is equal to 4. Required equation is z is equal to 4. That's it. This should be the answer. 1 mark question answer. Got it? Yeah. So this is a 1 mark question, and then followed by in 2 marks we expect 1 question, and here I find, see, these 2 questions are from vectors and this question is from 3D. After vector chapter only, I mean vector 2 questions we expect. ಆ 2 questions ಕೊಟ್ಟ ತಕ್ಷಣ ತೆಳಗಡೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ 3D geometry ಅಂತ ಒಂದು question ಬರುತ್ತೆ for 2 marks. Find the angle between pair of lines. Find the angle pair of lines. ಈ pair of lines ಕೊಡಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೂ ನಡೀತದ. Find the angle between ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟರು ಕೂಡ ಈ ಇಕ್ವೇಶನ್ ನೋಡಿ, ಇದು ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಇಕ್ವೇಶನ್ ಲೈನ್ ಇಕ್ವೇಶನ್. ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ r is equal to a plus lambda into b, ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ r is equal to a plus mu into b ಅಂದಾಗ ಈ ಎರಡು ಲೈನ್ ಅನ್ನೇ ರಿಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ದ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಟು ಫೈಂಡ್ ದ ಆಂಗಲ್? ಕಾಸ್ ಥೀಟಾ. ಯಾರು ಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ಇದು ಪಾಸಿಂಗ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್, ಇದು ಪಾಸಿಂಗ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್, ಇವು ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ರೇಷಿಯೋಸ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ ಆಫ್ ದ ಲೈನ್. ಹಾಗಿದ್ರೆ direction ratios are going to help us. So formula is this one. I should take it as B1. This I can take it as B2. B1 dot B2 divided by magnitude of B1 into magnitude of B2 overall mod sign to speak about an acute angle. So this is 2 marks question. Solve it. Okay, take down the question and solve it. So followed by, okay, I think this might be the textbook question also. You might have already done it. And in the 3 part C, 3 marks lot alli, can even see Rolle's theorem which already discussed. Okay, so yeah, 3 marks here we find, nodi idu one vector question ide, adu talgadene barutte yavaglu. Okay, so here I find vector A is given, I think, yeah, sorry, 2 questions we expect from vectors. Here we have 3D question. Find the distance of a point 2, 5, minus 3 from the plane. Last topic madidevalla, point and the plane. In Cartesian form barkonde 6x minus 3y plus 2z is equal to ಅಥವಾ minus 4 is equal to 0. Then you know how to go for it. Ax1 plus by formula we have mod sign. Distance should be positive. This is 3 marks 1 question. In section D, where the questions are fixed, and here you find Yeah. 47th question. Derive the equation of a plane in normal form. Both in the vector and Cartesian. Andre equation of plane the ಮೊದಲನೇ derivation ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ನೋಡಿ. So this completes your 11 marks from the first paper which I taken here. Now let me move on for the next paper. So here I have taken April 2015 question paper and I find 1 mark alli write the direction cosines of x-axis. So direction cosines of x-axis is nothing but 1, 0, 0, which already have come across in vector chapter also, in 3D also. Clear? Idu vector chapter question answer, idu 3D question answer. Question given. Okay, 1 mark, 1 question. So followed by in a 2 mark slot, two questions from vector, exactly down you can find here. Find the angle between following the pair of lines. Nodi. So just now formula I had discussed. 3 marks barona. So in 3 mark slot, okay, 2 questions from vector, and here you find the equation of the plane. Equation of the plane passing through the intersection of two given planes. P1 is equal to 0, P2 is equal to 0, and the point 2, 2, 1. So P1 plus lambda P2 is equal to 0 ಮಾಡಿ solve ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ನೋಡಿ. And the question is equation of the plane. 3 marks question. So now we have a 5 marks slot. So in the 5 marks slot, they are given here. Derive the equation of the line in space passing through a point and parallel to a vector B in the both vector and Cartesian form. First form, regarding equation of line which I derived, vector r is equal to vector a plus lambda into vector b. Our derivation na Cartesian form alli matte vector form alli derive ಮಾಡಿ ಹೇಳಿದ ನೋಡಿ. 5 marks question. So this completes your 11 marks. Okay. So next let me move on for the next question paper. And the next paper I find 1 mark questions are here. Okay, this is which year? This is 2016 paper. Okay, so here in 1 mark slot, vector question here we have. Okay, here we have find the distance of the point from the plane. 1 mark question ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ನೋಡ್ರಿ. And then in 2 marks, yeah, here you find the angle between the vector, this vector chapter. So yeah, here we find the Cartesian equation of the line parallel to y-axis and passing through the point 1, 1, 1. Equation of the line parallel to y-axis. Get rid of the direction ratios of y-axis or cosines and passing to the point. Vector r is equal to vector a plus lambda into vector b. Vector a passing point parallel to direction ratios or cosines is also okay. 0, 1, 0. Continue. So in the 3 mark slot, we have the various questions and this vector chapter question. So yeah, here we find a distance between the lines L1 and L2 given by this equation and this equation. How to find a distance? And to find a distance, as I told you earlier, first check out the direction ratios. We find 2, 3, 6. Here also I find 2, 3, 6. That means they are same, one and only one. That means the two lines are parallel. If at all the two lines are parallel, you have to speak about the parallel distance formula. Okay, so parallel distance na ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಿಯಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಈ direction ratios na check ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ first. ಅದು proportionate ಇತ್ತು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ then you have to go for parallel. ಅಕಸ್ಮಾತ್ ಈ proportionality fail ಆಯಿತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ then you have to apply SD formula. I mean shortest distance between two lines ಅಥವಾ skew lines ಅಂತ assume ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು you have to go for SD formula. But ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತ್ರ same proportionality ಇದೆ, ಹಾಗಾಗಿ parallel distance ಅನ್ನ ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಿತೀರಾ. So that should be the formula to be used over there. And in section D, okay, in section D, 3D question. Here we find derive the equation of the plane perpendicular to a given vector. Normal is given and passing through a given point, both in vector and Cartesian form. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವ್ದಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಡೆರಿವೇಶನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ನೋಡಿ. ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಡೆರಿವೇಶನ್ vector r minus vector a dot normal is equal to 0. So that derivation has to be done. Okay, so this completes 11 marks. So next I have taken here supplementary 16 paper, 1 mark alli. You can have a glance and you can even verify. Okay, here we find write the direction cosines of z axis 0, 0, 1. ಅದನ್ನ ಬ್ರಾಕೆಟ್ ಹಚ್ಚಿ ಬರೆದ್ರೆ ಆಯ್ತು. Now 2 marks question ನೋಡಿ. So in 2 marks, yeah, after vector chapter, here we have show that the lines are perpendicular to each other. Line, perpendicular. For perpendicular, again we depend upon the formula x minus x1 upon a, y minus y1 upon b, z minus z1 upon c. Then direction ratios are 7 minus 5 1 1 2 3. ಅದರ ಮಧ್ಯೆ ಡಾಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ ಹಾಕೋತ ಬನ್ನಿ. 7 into 1 7 dot product I'm saying minus 10, this is plus 3. I find 0. So because dot product is 0, therefore two lines are perpendicular. So conclude the answer from your side. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ practice ಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ, but three dimension geometry is very easy for you and quite interesting also. So here we find 3 marks lot, 2 questions from, yeah, here we find 2 questions of vector. This is a plain 3D question. Find the equation of the line passing through the point. 2 points are given, both in vector and Cartesian form. So equation of line with the 2 passing points. You know it very well how to proceed. 3 marks question. Solve it. Let's come for the 5 marks lot. In 5 marks lot, yeah, here you find derive the equation of a plane. Equation of plane in normal form, both in vector and Cartesian. First derivation of the plane. Got it? Fine. So next paper I had taken here, okay, March 2017 paper. And here I find a various question. Here they have given find the direction cosines of a line which makes equal angles with the positive coordinate axis. Direction cosine ಕೇಳಿಕತ್ತಾರೆ, and equal angles, it implies alpha, alpha, alpha. And we know very special property regarding direction cosine, which we had done it in my numerical sum also. We had solved the same question, we had done it already. Cos square alpha plus cos square alpha plus cos square alpha is equal to 1. So 3 cos square alpha is equal to 1. Cos alpha is equal to plus or minus 1 by root 3. So we find 2 sets over there. 1 by root 3, 1 by root 3, 1 by root 3. One more set we find minus 1 by root 3 and so on. So solve it, and in 2 marks lot we find the questions, various questions here we find. And yeah, after 2 questions from vector, we find the vector and Cartesian equation of the line that is passing through 2 points. 2 points. Vector r minus vector a plus, vector r is equal to vector a plus lambda into vector b minus vector a. So in 3 marks lot, you find vector question is here. Vector question is here. I think here we find, yeah, find the shortest distance between the 2 lines. 1 minus 1 1, 2 1 2. They are not proportional. Then easily can go for SD formula. In 5 marks lot, the various questions what we have, and here we find derive the equation of the plane. Equation of the plane, which is perpendicular to the given vector. Normal is given and passing through a given point. Passing point is given. So this should be equation of plane. Second derivation. Okay. So this completes your 11 marks. Now let me move on for the next paper. I think this is an additional paper given from the PU board. Okay. So here if you find, write the direction cosines of negative z axis. Please make a note, negative z axis. Answer is 0, 0, minus 1. Yeah. In 2 marks lot, it is March 2017 paper, but maybe second set which is not given in the board exam. But still for practice purpose you can go for all these questions. So here you find vector 2 questions, and here I find a vector equation of the plane which is at a distance of 7 units from the origin and normal to the vector. First one use ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ನೋಡಿ, equation of the plane ಒಳಗೆ normal form ಗೆ ಬರಬೇಕು. ಬಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರೋದು direction ratios ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. You have to go for direction cosine. n ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, n cap ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. Then you go for the equation of plane. So for 3 marks lot, yeah, here I find the equation of the plane passing through the intersection of 2 given planes and the passing point is given. Okay, so this also we have discussed. Let me come for 5 marks now. And here you find derive the equation of a line, okay, in space through passing through the 2 given points, both in vector and Cartesian form. So this completes your 11 marks. And in section E ಒಳಗೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ. So 11 marks allotted. So now I'll go for a supplementary 2017 paper. 1 mark ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೋಣ. Okay, this is vector question. And here you find, okay, write the direction cosines of y-axis. 0, 1, 0. Okay, let me come for 2 marks slot ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೋಣ. And in 2 marks slot, 2 questions from vector. Here we find 3D. Find the angle between the pair of lines. Angle ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. 3, 2, 6 direction ratios. 1, 2 and 2 direction ratios. Formula apply ಮಾಡಿ. Cos theta apply ಮಾಡಿ. Okay, 3 marks slot ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೋಣ. And in 3 marks slot, I find the questions are, okay, here you find, okay, vector questions, and here I find the vector and the Cartesian equation of the plane which is passing through the point and perpendicular to the line, normal I mean to say, with direction ratios 2, 3, -1. ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದಲ್ಲ? Section D, sorry, section D, we find the equation of the line in space passing through 2 given points. Second derivation of equation of line. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಓದ್ರಿ. ಇಕ್ವೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಲೈನ್ ಕೇಳಲಿಕತ್ತಾರೋ, ಇಕ್ವೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಕೇಳಲಿಕತ್ತಾರೋ, ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಓದ್ಕೊಡ್ರಿ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಬೋತ್ ಇನ್ ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಕಾರ್ಟಿಷಿಯನ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್. ಸೊ 5 marks question. ಐ ಆಮ್ ಶ್ಯೂರ್ ಯು ಪೀಪಲ್ are comfortable now and you can solve these questions. So now I taken March 2018 paper, and in this you find the direction cosine of z axis. 8th question. 2 marks question. In the 2 marks slot, here you find the angle between the lines. Okay, sorry, find the angle between the line and the plane. Last derivation which we had done it, sin theta I mean to say. So followed by we find 3 marks slot, and in 3 marks you can find the shortest distance between the two lines. See, 1 - 2, 2, 3 - 2 - 2, they are not proportional. So you have to apply shortest SD formula only. 3 marks slot. In section D, derive the equation of the plane perpendicular to the given vector and passing through a given point. Equation of plane, second derivation, passing point and normal. So this you have to work it out. So here it completes 11 marks. Next I have taken March 19 paper, and 1 mark lot. In 1 mark, here we find the direction cosine of the normal to the plane. Direction cosine of the normal. So 1, 1, 1, they are direction ratios. Divide throughout by √3. We find 1 by √3, 1 by √3, 1 by √3. They themselves are direction cosines of the normal. So in 2 marks, find the angle between the 2 planes. Direction ratios are required. Cos theta is the formula. Part C, and here you find the equation of the plane passing through the intersection of 2 given planes and passing point. I think this question has repeated many times. So section D il barona, 5 marks slot, and here you find derive the equation of the line in space passing through 2 given points. Second derivation of line. This completes your 11 marks. Now let me move on for March 2019 paper. So here you find the various questions, and here we find if a line has direction ratios 2, -1, -2, then determine its direction cosines. ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದಲ್ಲ, direction cosine ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಿಬೇಕು ನೋಡಿ. Just divide it by its magnitude. You find direction cosines. So next in part B, here we find a distance of the point from the plane. I think you can work out on this question. 3 marks slot barona, 3 marks, and in 3 marks you find the questions. Find the vector equation of the plane passing through 3 given points. So when 3 points are given, I had asked you to first write the equation and first find out the direction ratios. Itna minus mani x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1, z2 minus z1. Hage x3 minus x2 and y3 minus athwa even I can say x3 minus x1, y3 minus y1, z3 minus z1, and if those values are proportional, then you have to stop it there only by saying that 3 given points are collinear. So ಈ question workout ಮಾಡಿ. Already I discussed in my previous video also regarding the same. So now 5 marks question. In 5 marks lot, yeah, derive the equation of the line in space passing through the given point and parallel to the given vector. Passing point and parallel. First derivation of equation of line. Okay, so this completes your 11 marks. Now let me move on for the March 2019. Maybe first set, second set, 3 sets normally we'll be having, and for practice purpose the PU board has given these question papers to us, and I thought I should discuss with these papers also. So here we find the Cartesian equation of the line is so and so. Write its vector form. Ulta baribeku. Passing point tagoli. What is the passing point? Sign change ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. 5 minus 4 6. Ratios, I mean direction ratios 3 7 and 2. So what is the equation of line? Vector r is equal to vector a plus lambda into vector b. A andre 5 minus 4 6. B antandre 3 7 2. Right. Okay. So 2 marks lot. 2 marks lot, and here you find the value of P so that the two lines are at right angles. This question I told you during the exercise part also that this is an important question. So please have a glance. And for this you have to balance the equation only. X minus x1 tarbeka equation. Standard form with tarbeka equation of line in standard form. And then only can pick out the direction ratios. I discussed it during, this is a textbook question. And 3 marks I have started now. In 3 marks you can find 3-dimensional one question. Find the shortest distance between the lines whose vector equations are SD 1 minus 3 2, 2 3 1. They are not proportional. SD is applicable. So section D. So here you find, derive the equation of the plane perpendicular to the given vector and passing through a given point, normal and passing point. Second derivation that to complete it. Okay. So this I had taken supplementary 19 paper, and 1 mark alli nimge find the intercepts cut off by the plane. Very interesting question, and I hope you can do that. Then in 2 marks lot, in 2 marks you find the angle between the pair of lines, angle. Okay. In 3 marks lot, okay, 3 marks only. Here you find the shortest distance between the lines. Okay. Section D only. Derive the equation of a plane in normal, both Cartesian and vector form. Equation of plane. They're asking for equation of plane. Okay. So this is okay. Next one more paper I have here. This is 1 second. It is March 2020 paper, and here we find if a line makes angles 90, 135, 45 degree, you have to find out the direction cosines. Then in 2 marks lot, find the equation of the plane with intercepts 2, 3, 4 on the x, y, z axis respectively. Equation of the plane they're asking for with the intercept form. Then in 3 marks lot, find the equation of the plane passing through the intersection of two given planes and the passing point. Okay, in section D, 5 marks I'm speaking right now. Derive the equation of the line in space passing through the given point and parallel to the given vector. passing point and parallel to given vector. First derivation, vector r is equal to a plus lambda into b derivation ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ ನೋಡಿ. So here this completes your 3-dimensional geometry. Solve all these questions which just now I discussed here, and make a note of andre just set your mind that 1 mark how they expect they are going to ask the question, 2 marks, 3 marks and 5 marks. 5 marks almost in all the question paper. I think I convinced you. Sorry. Yeah, they are going to ask you for the derivation only. Solve it accordingly. Practice the should and must. And in the first 1 mark, 2 mark, 3 mark, almost all the questions are numerical part only. And these all questions have been asked from your textbook only. So textbook exercise in a solve ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಬಹುಶಃ perfect ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. So only 3 exercises we have here, and all the 3 exercises if you are perfect, then definitely these 3 questions, I mean 3 marks, 2 marks and 1 marks, you can very well answer. Derivation you have to be perfect here. So it's a very interesting chapter, but ಈ part ಅಲ್ಲಿ 1 mark, 2 mark, 3 mark ಅಲ್ಲಿ numerical part ಅಲ್ಲಿ you will go wrong. You can't even make out what is reaction ratios and cosines. So you have to properly analyze it, and ಎಷ್ಟು ಡೆಪ್ತ್ ಒಳಗೆ ನೀವು ಆ ಕನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋತೀರಾ. ಬಹುಶಃ ಹೈಯರ್ ಕನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ಹೈಯರ್ 3D ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಕೂಡ ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಕನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್, ಲೈನ್ ಕನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಈಸಿಲಿ ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್. Okay, so once again you can come back with the previous video, first video onwards. Again you can start, you can just have a glance why you have given direction ratios, why we speak about cosines and everything, line concept, plane concept. So and angle ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, angle between 3 angles ಬರುತ್ತೆ, between 2 planes ಇದೆ, between a plane and a line ಇದೆ, and angle between 2 lines ಇದೆ. 3 angles ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟಾಗಿ 3 ಫಾರ್ಮಲ್ಸ್ ನಿಮಗೆ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಓದಬೇಕಂತ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಿದ್ದು. Okay, anyway, just work out on all these questions, and shortly I'll be asking you to submit these questions as an assignment. You can upload your answers accordingly. Okay, all the best. Thank you.